I'm starting my hike this morning at the Old Mountain Inn at Turner's Gap. Historical inn. It's currently closed but has historical significance, and I'll read that plaque in just a minute. Enjoyed a 400-foot climb in that first mile this morning, but the wonderful thing is it's 66 degrees this morning. Not bad. Grateful for the opportunity to be out here enjoying this section of the trail. According to history, on the 4th of July in 1827, just about the entire town of Boonesboro came up here and constructed a monument to George Washington, 54 feet in diameter, and it was originally constructed without mortar. It was used as a communication tower for the Union forces during the Civil War, and in I think about 1836, the CCC reconstructed the monument after it had deteriorated. Looks like we have a nice pedestrian bridge here. Crossing Interstate 70 on a pedestrian bridge. Pretty nice. Hiking along the fence trail, paralleling Interstate 70. As Quicksand used to say, this is my home for the night. Stayed at the Ensign Cowell shelter last night. Nice double-decker. Thought I was gonna be there by myself. About the time I got ready to turn in, another guy joined me. I left him this morning. He was sleeping in. It was a comfortable 59 degrees last night. These rock walls amaze me. I can imagine the effort required to put the smallest of these stones in place by hand, and to know that somebody worked manually to place each and every one of those, especially those big boys. This is the Little Antietam Creek. It's a tributary of the Antietam Creek, which eventually flows to the Potomac. It was a substantial landmark for the Civil War battle at Antietam. Here I am at the Mason-Dixon line, the boundary between Maryland and Pennsylvania. Story goes that Maryland and Pennsylvania had a dispute about where the boundary line was, and they hired two guys. I'm not sure why they disputed. They sure couldn't farm it unless they were trying to grow rocks. They hired one guy by the name of Mason and one by the name of Dixon, and they established the boundary. And this truly became the boundary line between the North and the South during the Civil War. This is Penmar Park, P-E-N-M-A-R, sitting right here on the border of Pennsylvania and Maryland. Really nice park. Appalachian Trail runs right along the edge of it. I'm at Penmar Road. It's Wednesday morning and it's 50 degrees out here. This is wonderful. I just got dropped off by Pat. She's 82 years old and a fellow marathoner and Boston qualifier. It was a delight having a conversation with her while we were going. Got a long journey ahead today, but looking forward to the beginning of Pennsylvania. Hope to make it to the shelter safely. Came off the trail yesterday afternoon and drove to Shippensburg. Had a presidency meeting last night I had to zoom into, so I needed a good connection. So went to Best Western in Shippensburg, cleaned up, had some wonderful pizza at a pizza place in town. It was a great evening. Back on the trail this morning. I'm about 4 miles into my hike this morning and it has risen up to 61 degrees. Boy, this is pleasant. I have passed so far this morning 5 southbound through hikers that started their journey right at the 1st of June. Boy, they're making some miles. There's a shooting range over there somewhere. I hope they're aiming away from the trail. It has warmed up to 76 degrees, and when I left the park down there, I had to load up everything I had with water because the water's scarce for these next 8 or 9 miles. To start off a 1,000-foot climb, kicking my behind. A lot of short needle pines and hemlock starting to appear again. There's a gas line cut through here. Look at it going all the way up the mountain range. It's 7 o'clock. Made it back to the trail. 2 tents down, but probably about 300, 400 feet, I don't know, down there. Getting an early start this morning. Hope to make it to Shippensburg today. Stayed at the shelter with Jack at the Rocky Mountain Shelter. Gonna be a beautiful day, looks like it. This is Caledonia State Park. It's about 3.5 miles into my hike this morning. I was too lazy to go down to get water last night, so I made it here on about a cup of water. Going in here and See if I can get me some filtered water. This is Quarry Gap Shelters. I just walked past the bear box. There's flower pots, tables, swing, 2 shelters, fire ring, benches. Man, what a shelter. Made it back to Shippensburg Road. These last couple of days, there's been some really nice trail out there and some really tough boulder sections. A couple decent climbs, over 1,000. All in all, great section of trail. According to history, in the skip it, boundary between Maryland and Pennsylvania. Jeez. Made it back to the shelter. Redo. Nice. Start all over.